Hi guys, it's me again. 2 videos in one day. That's rare. I just watched this or listened to this fascinating podcast. With the guest speaker was Dr. Bruce Lipton, and he's stem cell something or other. And he talks about quantum physics and stuff like that. And he has like a Peace Prize from 2009. But it was really fascinating. And again, it was touching on the idea that we can reprogram our brains and our bodies, and we can sort of reset our genes. And the most important thing he discussed was about how like maybe 5% of our day is conscious, like 95% of ourselves, and how we act and what we think throughout any given day is actually our subconscious beliefs that are leading everything. And he talks about how it's our first 7 years of life, and actually the last trimester that our mothers were pregnant with us, up to year 7 of our lives are the most important ones, where we are, there's a program being created and developed for us in those first 7 years. We have no conscious way of determining how we're going to turn out in the first 7 years. It's all about the beliefs that are handed down to us. So he used the example that if a kid is told when they're young, before they're 7 years old, they're told, you're not going to get this toy, you don't deserve it, you don't deserve that, so you're not going to get it. The child doesn't understand what's happening or what that means or what the parent's trying to do. All they hear is, I'm not deserving. And that's what sticks in their mind for the rest of their lives, is that I don't deserve, I'm not deserving. So their thoughts become that, their actions become that, and your body's listening. And it's just mind-blowing. And I mean, I've known all this before, and I know that's why I've been able to heal, stepping away from the toxicity that is my family. And reprogramming, literally retraining every single thought in my brain and in my mind, and feeling into that emotion. I have been retraining and reprogramming myself for years now, and it is working like a charm. But I still can tell that a lot of my thoughts that creep in are that subconscious voice. And it's no wonder that my body thought it was unsafe my entire life, because in the first 7 years of my life, I was being sexually abused. I was being emotionally traumatized. I clearly wasn't safe. I knew I wasn't safe. I was told I wasn't safe. And it's almost, because for a long, you still, when you survive that kind of trauma as a kid, you still feel guilty for having addictions. You feel guilty for not being able to heal and be normal and be like everybody else. You still have this sense of guilt and shame. But it is nice to know that there is no getting around it. There is no getting around these subconscious beliefs that are that much stronger than your conscious mind when you endure that kind of stuff when you're a kid. The good news is that we can rewrite the program. We can reprogram our brains and our bodies. We can turn off those epigenetic, forgive me, I don't have all the scientific terms down pat, but we can turn those genes off, the ones that we don't want on. We can flip a switch and turn them off through repetitive thoughts and actions and behaviors. So I think it's just so important for us to remember that a lot of our actions and our thoughts and what we believe to be true about the world and about ourselves isn't true. It was all a program that was predetermined for us. We did not have the choice up until 7 years of age. And it's only after that our conscious minds can really take over a little bit more, I guess. But I just found that really fascinating, and it just makes so much sense that based on things that happen when you're young, that completely predetermines your health in the future and how you're going to feel about life and about yourself. So if you are somebody who had a tough upbringing, explore that a little bit more, and just know that it's not your fault. First of all, it's not your fault that you have addictions, or that you have issues, or that your health is poor, or that you don't feel like you don't feel normal or whatever, like everybody else. That's okay, but just know that you can change it by working on your subconscious beliefs and retraining your thoughts. And you can do that. You can start just by shifting those unhelpful thoughts. If you listen to your inner voice and it's saying, you're stupid, you're undeserving, or I'm unsafe, or whatever it is, realize that is not real. That's not true. That's just what you were taught to believe, and it's just in there so deep. So just start to shift those negative thoughts to more helpful thoughts, knowing that you can change it over time with patience and consistency. And he talks a lot about prevention of COVID and actually getting COVID and how you can be okay. That's a whole nother side of it, but just so important if we believe that we're going to be okay. It's not just, obviously diet's important, lifestyle, avoiding toxins, the right supplements, especially vitamin C and D right now are the most important. Those are very important, but it's even more important is how we think and our subconscious beliefs. So let's work on shifting those a little bit one at a time and just recognize that we're not always right and that we can change our thoughts for the better and our actions will follow and our bodies are listening. Love you guys. Have a good day.